Good morning and welcome to foggy Winnipeg. Yeah, when I first got up this morning, I looked out. It was just starting to get light, and I was thinking, the smoke is very heavy. A little while later, I go on the weather network and I check the weather for around here to see if there's a smoke advisory, because quite often they'll do that. They didn't say anything about smoke. They said fog, and then they said fog visibility 0 at times. Now, how could it be 0? I mean, has anybody ever actually been in a fog situation where you could not see your hand in front of your face? I mean, there's that expression. It was so foggy you couldn't see your hand in front of your face, but I can't envision that. I can see possibly being in a smoky situation where it's you couldn't see through it, but fog, I don't think so. There's the expression, it's like a London fog. Now maybe in London they do get it extremely foggy, or coastal areas. Anyway, enough about the fog. Today we are going to put together these two pieces here. Okay, so it'll look like this, and that'll go fast. It's all ready to go. It looks like everything's lining up here more or less. Yeah. Okay, and then we move on to where we put these pieces on one at a time on here, remember? And that's the way we're going to try and do it. Now, once again, I do think that if I was to put one in the wrong place, you might be able to see, especially if you sort of position them all in before you glued them in place. That would probably be the best way to do it. In fact, maybe that's a good idea. Rather than get them all in position and then get them all angled just right, and then put a little bit of glue in the crack and let it wick its way in and meld itself in place. Like this part right here. I'm noticing, like yesterday, where there was quite a bit of glue, and when we're zoomed in with the macro lens, it looked like it was really built up. Well, I'm not really seeing that there now. You know, that glue evaporated, and we've got a real strong meld. If it was metal, it would be a weld. Okay. The walkers did come by this morning. I saw them this morning. I didn't see them yesterday, but then I didn't look very hard either. They say they never miss, so in all likelihood they just came at a different when I wasn't looking. Missy the dog is due to come out any minute, and we are ready for Missy the dog. Oh, yesterday in my motorcycle ride, I had this thing up in the front of me like this, and I forgot to lower it. And as I came into my bike box, I the top of it rubbed on the roof of the bike box. That was kind of scary at first when I realized what I'd done, but then I realized that there was no way that the lens could have hit that, so it was okay. And even if it did, I think that it's soft unpainted plywood. It probably wouldn't have hurt the lens, even if the glass itself had anyway. Let's get ourselves recomposed here. And somebody was wondering, why is it that I put out the two rides together? Well, the reason I put out both, the both camera rides. How do I put this? I do the same ride with both cameras, and I put them out. And like the last one, I think it was ride number 108. Well, they're both basically identical, except that one is taken with the GoPro on my chin, and the other was taken with the 360 camera. And the reason I put them out both at the same time, even though I could put out the GoPro one a lot sooner, is because I want to see which one gets the most views. And so far, the 360, to my surprise, the 360 is getting the most views. Personally, what is my preference? I like the GoPro because it is a lot crisper. Now, of course, I realize you can't look around, but it's sharper and it's somewhat smoother. But that's just my personal opinion. If you're watching on a smaller screen, the 360 probably is pretty good. Enough. Let's recompose here, and well, I guess this will be the first thing we do. Okay. Now, I haven't tried this yet, but I think these clamps should work just nicely for holding this together, so that we can glue it up after. Let's see if we can get everything lined up here. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's just put one on there. Yeah. Okay. Move our way along. I'll tweak the seams later. I think probably what I can do is, at least this is the plan. Maybe these clamps are just almost a little bit too strong. Go like that. That works better. Yeah, that works good. If I have them too much over one way, like this way or like that, then it sort of skews the seam. Okay. And this is actually the first time I'm doing this, so. I can always, obviously I'm going to have to be dealing with squeeze out here. Now the way that goes together, the angle of the seam is more like this instead of straight up and down. So. Does that seem to be okay? Yeah, that's all right. And then there would be this one right here. I could just put it. Now, what I'm going to have to really watch is that I don't end up gluing the clamp. Maybe what I'll do is can I go like this? No. This one's going to have to be like this. Okay, now the clamp is plastic, so I don't want to get too rambunctious with my glue here. And maybe we'll move this one out more to the end. Okay, should I put another one right there? Yeah, maybe I get another one. I got lots of these clamps. I think there's like 20 of them or something like that. Yeah, I'm going to put another one right there. Okay. No. Yeah, the squeeze out or whatever's going to be left is going to be scraped off, and that should get our seams. This one doesn't seem to be quite right. Yeah, it's a little better. It's not matching up in there. Now is that maybe where's the hobby knife here? Is this maybe flashing or something? No, it's not flashing. You know what? This is just not. That's a little better. Yeah, I want to make sure that all the seams are perfect before I put the glue on. Now, clearly where there's some places where the plastic is touching together really hard, the glue is not going to go in there, but it's going to go around that. So, yeah, it's not like this thing has to hold any kind of pressure or anything like that. Okay, I think we pretty much got it here. Yeah, I'll just double check it one more time, and then we'll put some glue on. Okay, I know you can't see me doing the seam along the back there. Now, I don't want to be putting it on so thick that it's going to run over the edge and down into where the clamp is. Maybe I could put it on a little heavier. What I'm doing is I'm touching the applicator first where there's no clamp, so if it runs down, it doesn't run into a clamp. It seems to be going okay here. Now like I mentioned, where it's really tight together, it's not going to. All right, now how am I going to get the other side? I might have to do the rest of this off camera, but you get the idea. Well, there's quite a space there, isn't there? Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of this off camera. You know, I'm surprised at how much glue these little bristles hold, like a paintbrush. Well, maybe I got a little bit too much there. But I don't think it went on the clamp. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead now and turn this over so I can do the other side. Okay, our glue is still a little bit tacky. All right. We'll give that about an hour. In the meantime, let's see if we can move on to something else. Okay, I'm guessing probably 5 minutes ago, Missy the dog took her human for his walk. Okay, this piece here, we can't go wrong with this one. It goes right there. Something like that. That's a good fit. Now, the first part, the first one we come to is the V31. I've already checked. That's this one right here, the number 31. So let's just get it off, get it cleaned up. And here's my thinking on this. Okay. Should I be putting this piece on the top first? Because it could be that these pieces here are supposed to line up and touch the bottom of it. So maybe on this particular one, okay, well, let's just put it in place here just for the fun of it. We haven't cleaned it up yet. But it goes like this. Yeah. I think that what we should do I think what I should do is get this piece in place first. And then we can slide these others right up to it. Otherwise it could be on the other hand. Let's see, are these all going to match? You know, I wonder, remember I was talking about nipping them all off and putting them all on and then gluing them all at the same time? I'm wondering if maybe that's the way to go here. Yeah, I don't, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't see how I could go wrong. Well, you know Murphy's Law. Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do. Let's clean this one up, and I know you wanted to see me do that. I'll just get Chris's file here and clean that off a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do that off camera and place them and get them all placed in order where they're supposed to go. Yeah, and then glue everything later instead of gluing each one individually. All right, how many times do I have to see this? Missy, what are you doing out there?
Got tired of waiting. Just slow opening the door.
Look what I got for you here.
Want to get breakfast in bed today.
Do I have to bring it out to you? Oh, for goodness sakes, this is a first. Okay.
Look at this special delivery. Wheels on wheels.
Here she comes. Here she comes.
DoorDash.
Here she comes.
Gift edition.
All right. So it sure was foggy this morning, eh?
Very foggy. You ready?
I'm ready.
It's the transfer of power. So I'm going to head down to the e-gym today. See how it goes.
Mm-hmm. You're feeling a little better then?
Yeah, the symptoms are gone. Rainey had sort of fever and chills and sweats and stuff. I don't get things as badly as she does.
Well, I'm pretty lucky, generally speaking.
You're not out in the gym amidst hundreds of people very often.
That's what it is. Yeah. Being a loner has got its
Advantages.
advantages. Yeah, that's the word I wanted. Yeah. Okay, Missy, you just want to lick my face so bad, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. She's sort of trembling a little bit here. I've never seen that before.
Oh, excitement maybe.
Are you excited, Missy?
Well, she hasn't been out here for a couple of mornings.
Yeah, that's right. She forgot the routine.
Well, you were a little later opening the door today too.
Yeah, I mentioned to the viewers that I said I saw Missy taking her human out for a walk, and about 5 minutes ago, and then I got sort of engrossed in what I was doing, and all of a sudden I see you're here, and I wasn't quite ready.
She jumped on my lap and said, "Uncle Ron, he forgot the pattern. He forgot the schedule."
Okay. Yeah. Missy, I had to change hands because my arm was getting sore. Yeah. All right. I think we've Missied to death here with the camera. Have we? Have we Missied to death?
If it's going to 25 today, I think there's some chance this stuff may burn off and become a clear day.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yesterday afternoon, for a while, it got really hot. Around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, it got really hot. And then it passed.
Don't usually get fog on a cloudy night. So I think it's clear up there somewhere. I think the forecast said sunny and clear. Have you flown in fog?
No.
Very nasty stuff.
No, the closest I came to flying where I couldn't see was, I think I mentioned it once when I turned over. I was flying up on by Lake Winnipeg there, and I was watching the ground, pretty much straight down my window, and I started to turn, and I was watching the ground, and I turned out over the lake, and the horizon blended from the lake to the sky, and you couldn't see the horizon. That gave me a bit of a start.
Have you done instrument flying?
No.
Okay.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
that's
I never
happened to me, but-
got my instrument rating. No.
Yeah, just go right on instruments.
Well, that's what I did, even though I didn't have the rating. I looked at the artificial horizon right away because I thought, so what's wrong here? And everything was all right. But then I realized what had happened. Anyway, that's the way she goes.
I've never flown in fog intentionally, but sometimes it's where you're arriving at, some river valley up in the Yukon, and you have to gauge the depth of it. And the thing, if you're in a float plane and you're over water, you just try to keep your attitude right and hope that the fog doesn't go right down to the water. That you'll be landing on something that's pontoon friendly.
Yeah.
Wheels is much tougher,
Yeah.
The Yukon's such a vertical country. It's going to be trees or rock or cliff or mountain.
Well, flying in the northern communities here in Manitoba now is altogether different from what it was 70, 80 years ago. Now there's runways, and pretty near everything's on wheels.
We used to call the Alaska Highway the longest runway in the world.
Oh.
It's Aunt Phyllis. You see, she's allowed to be there. We're not sure. As long as she stays away from Uncle Ron's bacon, she'll be okay. She must be waiting dead. Good morning!
Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay, here's the latest. Jeff Donahue made the comment that what he does in a situation like this is he lays his parts out in order on the model table. So I'm kind of doing that here. I got a piece of card here that I just put the numbers on. Now the next number that we need is 34, okay, which is this one right here. Okay, I think you see what I'm going to be doing here. And yeah, got a comment from a viewer who was saying that this is not model building, it is model bungling. Well, my suggestion for that viewer is you watch Jeff Donahue, because he is a real modeler. You know, give him your time if you only have a certain amount of time. And yeah, I can't work and talk at the same time. And just get this in here so that I know that this square peg is going to go into the slot all the way. Okay, so there's number 34. I should just see, is there a difference if I lay the one on top of the other? But it'd just be my luck I'd get them mixed up. Anyway, 35 is next, and so on, so on, so on. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to just keep on going here. I'm guessing it's about an hour ago now I glued this in place. And once again, I'm sure I could accidentally pull it out of there, but I don't need to worry about it now. If I bump it, it's not going to fall out of place. And okay, here we are. We got the I don't want to put the cart before the horse sort of thing. Now, we'll get this the right way around. You can see here that it's short right here and long right here from these little, I don't know what this is. So this has to go on like this. Okay, now my thinking was that if I put this on first, is there the chance that these pieces, when we put them in place now, are not go, in other words, if I get this thing too far down, these aren't going to go up, so that this is going to be, they're going to match up with this. I was just thinking, you know, I don't see any reason why I can't assemble this entire thing. Yeah, I should be able to assemble this entire thing. We'll put this on after that, including that piece. Now, is this the right way? No, that's the wrong way. Okay, it's got to go like this. Okay, yeah, you can see that this is supposed to be flush right there. Okay, there's that one. I should maybe get the helping hands going on here so that I don't accidentally drop this and have them go flinging all over the place. No, why is that not working? Oh, I didn't have it all the way up, that's why. There. Okay, maybe I'll swing myself around here, because what's happening is I'm probably blocking your vision. Okay. By the time we get to the 9th one, and I do believe there are 9 of these, I'll probably have a system going. Hmm. Oh, there we go. Okay. Kind of reminds me of a whale that got washed up on the beach, and all that was left was the bones. Okay. Now, we don't want this to all fall apart, so what way would be the best to put it? Yeah, I'm going to get the helping hands to help hold this thing like this. Very, very carefully now. Don't fall apart on me. Okay, I do believe these are in place. I'm just going to watch the monitor so I see it the way you see it. This one looks a little bit... Oh! Oh! Okay. Where are we here now? Okay, that one got a little bit crooked. But what I started to say was, this one seems to be a little bit low. Now let's just check it here. I think I'm just going to resaturate that one. I think that one was a little bit on the loose side. Maybe if I look at it from the other side. I think they're not too bad. Yeah, I don't think I did any major damage by knocking it over there. Okay, now this piece here has to be put on, and we'll wait until this dries now. Then we can let gravity be our friend and turn the whole thing over. Yeah, I think it's okay. No. This one is low. Okay, that's the one that seems to be a little bit loose. Okay, the points of the of each one of these seems to be even now to me. That's what I'm going by. Well, it is what it is. Now, you'll notice on, I'll just use Chris's file here to point. Okay, this piece has a you might say a peg for a slot, and this one, and this one. And I do believe that they end up going in these 3 slots here. I think that's what's going to happen. Okay, it's in place. And it looks a lot like the drawing or the manual. So I think we did pretty good here. Okay, this means step 40 is finished. And tomorrow we will start step 41. Give these lots of chance to dry. And also I gotta sand this seam here a little bit. Well, it came out not too bad. It's a little bit iffy there, but okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.